Deeptendu will help us understand, because as we know that Deeptendu himself is a successful entrepreneur now. He will definitely help us understand that how the self-talk has helped him in the career perspective. So Deeptendu, over to you.
Sure, Kunal. Thanks. Before I give you my story, I'd like to say that amazing, Vinay. It's inspirational. In fact, after reading this book, I heard a talk of Shad Helmstetter. In that, he mentioned how self-talk helped him also to lose weight, and it's amazing, right? We haven't heard how with self-talk we can lose weight. It's totally a first time for me. And yeah, he just mentioned what he did was he recorded a self-talk and he was just listening to it, and he lost his desired pound. And the best thing, by listening to his self talk, his wife also lost some pounds. So it's amazing. It's an amazing story. So when I was reading this chapter, which is 5 steps of self management sequence, I could relate it to my journey. How did I start my startup? Since college, I always had a wish to start something of my own. There was a desire, but it wasn't happening. I have worked for more than 12 years now, and after 12 years, I eventually got into it. So I was analyzing it and I was trying to relate it with a chapter which Ted Hamster had provided in this book. So he says programming is the most important thing. When I went back and I checked at myself, I saw that I have been reading books for 2 years now. I have been listening to podcasts, and these are all self-help podcasts, and on different directions, like on leadership, on relationship, on handling failure, and all these subjects. I've read more than 20 books in 2 years, 500 plus podcasts in last 2 years, and this is how it programmed me. I was also in association of people who were successful entrepreneurs, and I also choose to be with people who are like-minded, who wants to be an entrepreneur, and they're working towards it seriously. This is how I programmed myself. I think I programmed myself, and this eventually led to a belief that I somehow removed the fear of failure. Earlier, I think I was scared of failure. What would happen if I start off of my own? How can I start it full time? So I had a fear within me, but with this programming, I understood the concept of failing forward. When you high a bigger picture, when you target a bigger picture, the small setbacks will not upset you. You can move on. I learned how to bounce back soon. And with this belief, it gave me a trust. I always knew the business work. I always knew the people associated with the business work, but I could not trust myself. Can I do it or not? That attitude was lacking within me. When I believed in myself that I can do it, I also had developed that trusting attitude within me. So that's when, like, I took another step forward. So, as I mentioned, the programming gave me a belief where I removed my fear and it gave me an attitude to trust myself. And this trusting attitude gave me a feeling where I could remove all the negative feelings within me. That is nervousness, fear, what would people say. I could remove all these negative feelings and I could move ahead. And this resulted in action. And this is my behavior after all. So today, when I wake up on Monday morning, I feel super charged up. I groom myself, I dress neatly, and I get prepared before I meet a client. I'm well prepared with all the tools that is required, and this is how I am today. Again, it comes back to the programming. So if you want to achieve something, if you want to do something, it is again achieving being successful or being unsuccessful. It is all programming. Yeah, this is all I have.
Wonderful to know, Deeptendu, that how the self-talk and these books has helped you to achieve a journey into your own entrepreneurship venture. Because I'm sure entrepreneurship is one hot button for all who is working for someone else. So that's really interesting to know that this self-talk does help, and convert into a result also when anybody is looking and applying these learning in their life.